Happy Friday. Welcome to this week's workouts. Today we have an awesome workout. I'm Coach Aaron with Cannon Mind Fitness. Let's go ahead and get started in our flow. This is going to help kind of loosen us up, get ready to rock and roll from being home all day and sitting around. So we're going to reach up for the sky, taking a deep breath in. From here we're going to tuck the chin, lowering down. Breathing out, rocking the hips side to side. We're gonna come back up, we're gonna reach up overhead. We're gonna put our right foot over our left foot and lean to the left. So we're getting a nice stretch all the way through, and even bend that top arm. We're gonna come up, we're gonna lower, tucking the chin, getting a nice stretch on the hips here. Deep breath in, coming up. Hands up overhead, we're gonna switch feet, so now left hand over. We're gonna lean to the right. Getting a good stretch. Again, you can kind of bend that top arm. Hold here. Coming up. And tucking the chin, rocking down to the floor. Coming up. And moving around. We're gonna rock back down to the floor. We're gonna walk out to a plank here. We're gonna come down to half plank and up into cobra. Coming down to the floor and back up. Lowering. Last one coming up. We're gonna send those hips up into the air. We're gonna bring our right leg up. Right foot to right hand. From here, we're gonna drop the right elbow, coming down, reaching for the sky, getting a pause here. Back down, reaching. Trying to bring our elbow closer and closer to our hand, so we're just getting a bigger rotation here in that bottom spot. Last one. We're gonna go ahead and slide that foot to the outside, rock back. Come forward. And up. Rocking back. And last one. Bring our knees together. We're gonna come up to cat cows with a twist. Deep breath in, relax, and rotate. We're gonna send those hips up into the air, pushing our head through. We're gonna bring that left leg up, left leg to left hand. Deep breath. We're gonna drop that left elbow to the ground. Rotate up, get a little pause. Come down. Again, we're trying to rotate closer and closer to our right hand in that bottom position. Last one. From here, we're gonna kick that left foot out to the side, rock back. And last one. Now we're gonna bring our knees together. We're gonna have our hands out front, pushing our hips towards our ankles. We're gonna walk our hands to the left side, pressing with our left hand, pulling with our right, getting a nice stretch here on the lats, going into the shoulders. Coming over to the other side, pressing away with the right, pulling with the left. We're gonna come up to tabletop, dropping our left hand underneath, or sorry, our right hand underneath. We're gonna switch sides, right hand forward, left hand underneath. From here, we're gonna come up, we're gonna rotate onto our back. We're gonna take our hand, have our palm up. We're gonna slowly, so we're here in the middle of our back. We're gonna slowly rotate on top of our hand, getting a nice stretch kind of in the front of the shoulders. And straighten out that leg. The higher your hand on your back, the more intense the stretch. So if it's a little too much, just lower your hand on your back a little bit to get that stretch in. We're gonna sit here for a few more seconds. Deep breath in. We're gonna rotate, release that side. We're gonna rotate to the left, bringing our right hand onto our back, rolling over. For me, this side's a lot more tight, so I gotta be gentle with it. Deep breath in. Rotating, letting that arm out nice and slow. We're gonna come up to our knees. Okay, we can be sitting on our feet nice and flat, or you can tuck your toes, or you can come up onto your knees. We're gonna bring our left hand over, our right hand comes up, and then our left hand around to grab our hand, and then pulling to the right. Getting a good stretch on that left shoulder here. One more deep breath. And slowly release. We're gonna bring our right hand across, left hand up. Bring our right hand around to grab the left. And we're gonna shift over to the left, getting a good stretch on the shoulder. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Slowly letting go. We're gonna bring our left hand overhead. Our right hand we're gonna try to bring to touch our left hand. Okay, if you need to grab a towel, a pillow, a band, something to hold. You see I'm barely holding on to my fingers here. You can grab something to kind of hold so you're here holding it, getting a good stretch that way. Deep breath in. We're gonna switch sides, bringing our right up over, our left down. This side's a little easier for me. Hands free, shaking out the arms a little bit. We're gonna bring our hands forward, walk out to a plank. We're gonna bring our feet up to our hands. We're gonna roll up nice and slow, shaking out the arms, kind of rolling the ankles a little bit from being in that flex position there. And then shaking out. All right, guys, that is our flow, our warm up for today. We have an awesome, cool workout with some skill work in it. So I'm excited to go over that. Let's get into it. What's up? All right, guys, we are loosened up from our flow today. Today we have some skill work. We're gonna be practicing handstands. Okay, so just any type of variation of handstands what we're gonna practice. I have 3 different points that I wanna touch on and different progressions that you can possibly go through. Okay, so let's kind of dial into it and get ready to rock. So the first one's gonna be practicing just kicking up to the wall. Find a wall with a firm surface there, maybe even a door. You can practice kicking up. So from here, I'm gonna have my arms nice and straight. I'm gonna come down onto the floor. I'm gonna kick up to the wall, keeping my arms pressed. Once I get here, I'm gonna practice just holding it. Okay? I can slowly bring one foot up off the wall, practice balancing, and then I can switch feet, trying to get into that hollow hold position that we talk about all the time. Okay? And then coming back down. Another way that you can kick up, which is my preferred way, is getting a little bit more momentum where you're taking one big step forward, coming up into the wall, holding it here, and going through the same process. Now if you can't kick up to the wall, no worries. Just practice the opposite way. So we're gonna come here onto the ground. Okay, we're gonna do more of a wall walk, okay, coming up. Walking our hands as close as you can get, even if it's right here, holding that position. Nice and tight, and practice holding your weight upside down. Okay, if that's pretty comfortable, you can come up to the wall here. I'm about 6 inches away. I have my glutes squeezed. I'm in a hollow hold here. I'm pressing into the floor. And then I can slowly bring one foot away and then the other and try to balance in a handstand. And then slowly come down nice and controlled. Okay, so if you're practicing handstands, okay, that one where we're facing the wall, I would say is a little bit better for actually trying to practice a freestanding handstand. Okay, it kind of allows us to be in a better position, more in that hollow hold position that we would be upside down in. Okay, the next thing to practice would be freestanding kick-ups. So kicking up, holding it, trying to practice holding it in one spot. When you land on the ground, okay, I recommend landing on the middle of your palm here. Okay, so when you land on the ground, you can use your fingers to help you balance. Have your fingers spread nice and wide so you have a good balance point. So Pablo is gonna come over here with me. Okay, we're gonna back up. I'm gonna kick up, or sorry, yeah, you kick up. He's gonna kick up into a handstand. I have my hand out here to kind of help catch him. He has his fingers spread nice and wide. His pressure's in the middle of his hand here. Okay, and he's gonna kick up. I'm gonna help him grab his leg, help him find that balance point. Tell him to tuck here at the hips a little more into a hollow, and then I can help him balance. So whatever side he feels my hand, that's where he should push away from to try to balance, because that's the way he's falling towards. So trying to help him find that middle balance point, which he has, and then slowly helping him lower back to the ground. Okay, so that's your skill work for today. You have a few different things to practice. Okay, again, if you don't have handstands, you can practice walking up to the wall, or even going through and just practicing different planks and hollow holds, which will help you progress into these handstands. All right, on to the next part. All right, guys, welcome to today's sweat session. We got a 15-minute AMRAP, and AMRAP just means as many reps as possible in the given amount of time. So for today, 15 minutes is what we're gonna be moving through. We have 3 different movements. We're gonna start off with 5 strict handstand push-ups. Then we're gonna go into 12 alternating pistols, so 12 total, so 6 on each leg, and then finishing the round off with 30 double unders. We have a scale for each movement, so for the strict handstand push-ups, we can go into 15 push-ups. For the pistols, we can go into step back lunges, and for the double unders, you can go into jumping jacks or even burpees as well. Okay, let's go ahead and break down each movement for today's workout. All right, so our strict handstand push-ups for today, I would recommend grabbing a wall here, a sturdy wall, maybe even a door, okay? Then I'd also recommend grabbing maybe like a pillow to put down on the ground. I have nothing here, but grabbing a pillow so your head can come on. We're gonna go nice and controlled. We're gonna practice kicking up to the wall like we were in our skill session. Coming up from here, we're gonna lower nice and controlled, tapping our head on the ground, pressing up overhead. Coming down. Press it up, one more, boom. All right, so a few things that I want to touch on when we're doing that is when we're pressing, we're locking out our arms. When we're coming down nice and controlled. When I'm lowering, I'm bringing my elbows forward, so I'm kind of bringing my head back towards the wall. So when I land, I'm kind of in a triangle here with my hands and my head. I'm also keeping a nice tight hollow the whole time, so my hips shouldn't be moving too much when I'm doing this. At no point should my hips be touching the wall or my butt touching the wall at all. Okay, if you don't have handstand push-ups, no worries, we're gonna go into push-ups. We've been doing these a lot lately, coming down to the ground into our plank position here. Okay, lowering down, chest touching, and coming up. Okay, when we're doing this, we want our hands on the outside of our shoulders. Just like our handstand push-ups, we want to make sure we're in a good plank position and that we move everything all together. Okay, so coming down all at once and back up. Okay, so that's our push-ups. The next movement we got is pistols, so we're going to alternate back and forth. This is the single leg squat, so coming down all the way below parallel, back up, switching sides. That would be 2 reps right there. A little tip is that you can grab your toe to kind of help you keep that foot up. Okay, or you can just do it without grabbing toe and coming up. A scaled version of the actual pistol, you can come to a couch, a bench, and just lower down to that, nice and slow, and then just stand up and switch sides. Lower nice and slow, stand up and switch sides. If that still won't work for you, no problem. You'll go into step back lunges, boom, just like that. Standing at a 90-degree angle, both of our knees. Okay, and the last movement we got is double unders. So we got our jump rope. Okay, we want our hands just outside of our hips. I have a bent arm here. Again, my hands are nice and close. They're in front of my hips and they're in close. When I'm jumping, I have my thumbs on top of the handles, doing small flicks. When we're doing double unders, it's about the rhythm of it. So it's gonna be a spin, spin, rest. Spin, spin, rest. Spin, spin, rest. Okay, so this will be a little example here. Starting off with a few singles, going into our doubles. Boom. You can kind of hear it. You kind of get that spin, spin, rest, spin, spin, rest. A good variation of this, or even something to practice that rhythm, would be those penguin jumps where we're jumping. Every time we clap is the rope coming underneath our feet. Okay, so you can do doubles like this. Okay, so if you don't have a rope or space for a jump rope, you can do those, kind of help you practice that rhythm. As you go up, that's when you spin down or tap. As you come down, that's the rope, or that's you landing as the rope's above you. Okay, you can also go into 30 jumping jacks. Okay, bringing our feet out as our hands come up, feet together as hands come out. Or you can go into 5 to 7 burpees. So coming down, touching our chest on the floor, coming up, getting a jump at the top. So that is our workout for today. It's a 15-minute AMRAP. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm Coach Aaron here at Cannon Mind Fitness. I hope this was a great week's workout for you guys. I know I've enjoyed them, and I'll see you next week.